Welcome back to Biomutant. Today we're aiming to continue the main story after we defeated the Huffbuff in the previous episode. If you haven't seen that episode, it went live on Wednesday evening, go back and have a look. It was a decent fight, to be fair. But to continue the main story, we need to go and see Out of Date at the Ark. Before that, we've got a few little jobs to do first, including collecting this Nono and returning it to the world route. Now, we normally do these after we complete a World Eater, which we did in the last episode. So this is the third Nono we're returning out of 4 in total. So now we can put it back where it's meant to be. Now the Nono is back where it should be. We've got one more stop to make before we go and see Out of Date, and that's to have a quick conversation with Noko.
She wonders if the rumours she's heard about you finding the Ark are true.
Valhalla.
Thinks that's impossible, of course, but she also knows you regularly make the impossible happen.
Valhalla.
With the world recovering, the Ark would be a wonderful way to see it, so much faster than even her favourite Gnotes.
Valhalla.
Loves that you did your best to help the world rather than hurt it. You could have used much more of that, even before you returned. Any idea who might be joining you on your Arky journeys?
So, what we have here is an opportunity to help your next. There's a seat open on the Ark should you want to offer it as a gesture of appreciation.
Why? You don't need anyone else but yourself and me, of course, but I'm a part of you, so that doesn't count.
If you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go further, go together. The only one we'd want to get away quickly from here is darkness.
But you know you can't go on without me. Even if I'm bad company, I complete you.
I think we can finally agree on something. It is better to be alone than in bad company. But best of all is being good company yourself.
Feels deeply honoured that you'd want her to come with you. An Ark is no Gnote, but she can't pass this up. She's coming aboard. Noko knows she's known for saying things over again. So, says you covered the important things already.
Yes, that's right. We gave Noko a seat on the Ark. I just thought it was fair. She helped us out, so I thought we'd give her a seat as well. Now, time to see Out of Date.
Out of Date says there'll be consequences of the war, but there are more pressing matters at hand. The last World Eater has been left undisturbed with the tree while you focused on the war. He thought someone with your light perspective and key would have had different priorities and faced the World Eaters before resolving the tribe war. Regardless, Out of Date is grateful the tribe war is over. Out of Date understands the road has been rough, but you already know what's left to end this journey, and it'll be tough. You're the only one that's strong enough to face the last World Eater. The future depends on someone with a light perspective to give the world a chance to survive. Only time will tell what the future holds, and if it will bring a lasting peace for those that make it to the end. Out of Date says the word about what you've done so far is spreading. The tribes haven't lost hope yet. He appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's had urgent news from his friend Whiz in the northwest. He's unsure about your intentions, but hopes you'll support Whiz. He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Whiz and making sure he gets what he needs is up to you. That doesn't sound good. Out of Date's hunch is real. The Merc Puff is up next. Out of Date says that Whiz is worried now that the Northwest World Eater is stepping up its activity. He explains that Whiz is working on an undersurf vessel in order to get to the World Eater, but needs help to get it done. Out of Date suggests that you should head northwest as fast as possible and see what you can do to help. He's happy to help. Says you should take it easy.
So Out of Date wants us to go and see someone called Whiz. So it's a new character we need to go and visit. But on the way, we were passing a location where the final Nono was. So we thought, why not stop and get this fully done? This Nono, though, took a bit of catching. As you can see, we're trying to find it. And now it's there. We haven't got it. We think we've got it, but we haven't got it. Where is it? Where's it gone? It's disappeared on me. It was there. Come on. Nono. There it is. No, come on.
The tribes need
Come on.
someone to unite them.
There, finally. We managed to catch it. And now we can return the fourth and final Nono back to the world route. And that is back to the routes complete. We've returned all the Nonos back to the world routes so they can begin healing. Now we're still making our way to see Whiz, but on the way there we got into a bit of a fight with a Frizzle Lurf. That wasn't too bad a fight. There was two mini bosses there instead of one actually. It wasn't just the Frizzle Lurf we had to defeat. There was another one as well, but we did both. And really it was more of a case of trying to get used to the new weapon. If you haven't noticed, for the last few episodes we've had a hammer, or a crush as it's called in game, instead of a blade as a melee weapon. A little bit of upgrading we've done along the way. We finally made it though to the Surgesurf Factory, get the name right. But before we can go inside, we just need to leave our scent on the pole outside, as always. There we go. And now we can enter the factory and go and see Whiz.
Toxanol's mining led to mass deforestation and increased global warming, as nature couldn't absorb the carbon dioxide and greenhouse gas emissions without the trees. These irreversible changes to the climate also contributed to the evolution and modified our genetic code. Whiz isn't easy on the tongue, but I think he says he's happy to see a friendly face. Not too many of those around these days.
Gamuga.
Says it's good to see you again. He's Whiz. You might remember him from the old days when he let you try his octopod? Whiz remembers you were such a cheery kid, and he's glad to see that light hasn't faded from you, despite the years. But Whiz understands it was a long time ago, and memories get murkier the deeper you go, but says it helps to have friends with you to plumb those depths. It was a tragedy, but also sad that you chose to leave. It's a miracle you made it on the outside on your own. That land is harsh, they say. Whiz says our memory keeps things for us, preserves them until we are ready to face them again. He knows you've returned to face Lupa Lupin, and that confrontation is as inevitable as the tides. He's not surprised that the loss of your family could plunge you into the depths forever, but you've always been able to rise like a bubble to the surface, no matter what. He knows that though the tides of history may push you in one direction, you can always lay your own course. Ultimately, it's your choice. You were the one to be wronged and have lived with the consequences. He believes in consequence as it's a direct result of action.
Love the glow of the light.
No. Down! Down! Oh.
All the way up. Crank that glow up to 11.
I'll make you glow.
Too late.
Asks if you ever think about freedom and whether any of us really has it. Did you make the decisions that brought you here, or are you just a pawn of fate? Glad to hear that. He only wishes he was that sure about himself. Amazed the world is going to continue on, but happy to hear it. Still so many things to invent. Impressed that you fought so hard to keep the world spinning. Thinks you were smart to join with the Myriad. They have a rainbow of ways to approach any problem. Says they're unified in the ways that matter. But that's not nearly as important as this. Whiz says that you should let the past dwell in the depths, but there's something else down there too, gnawing at the Tree of Life. He's named it the Merc Puff. This is why he's tinker-tonkering with the octopod. But the lid got stuck, so he needs a big enough tug twister to open it up and let you a-go-in. He can't leave the surge station, so you must help him find a tug twister. There's a wound-up mecha fingro in the mecha stadium that still has one stuck on its back. Find it, and you'll find the tug twister. It's definitely made to lend a helping hand and do the heavy lifting. Toxanol records mention it as an automaton made for moving bionucleus matter into storage areas.
As usual, Whiz can't help us straight away. He needs us to do a few things for him. So in the next episode, we'll go and find the Neca Fringo, whatever that's going to be. But that's in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this series. If you are, don't forget to subscribe. A like on the episode does really help as well. And we'll see you next time for more Biomutant.
That's not mist in the air.